glad I got into coaching because that's the thing I loved and I enjoyed. When I was fresh out of college, I worked several different jobs in business administration and didn't really find anything that really grabbed me. I worked as a production assistant with General Mills, I worked with Heinz, I worked with Mellon Bank, kind of looking for that thing that grasped me. But I always enjoyed working with people, working with young men. I think I would have found myself as a high school teacher, maybe junior high teacher. Those are the things that I've really enjoyed. So I'm glad I found my niche in football. It was good for me. You know, my faith and my Christian beliefs, I don't think have hindered me at all in terms of what I wanted to do in sports. And people say all the time, well, isn't that a contradiction, the NFL, and it's rough, tough, and a lot of language and a lot of violence. But it really is how you approach it. And I've been able to, I think, be myself and let my players know that my Christian faith is what drives me and how I'm going to function. So I never felt that. Now I know maybe early on in my career people saying, well, are you going to be tough enough on the players? Are you going to be able to discipline them? But I think I was able to demonstrate that and not have any issues. But in terms of having people say, hey, I disagree with where you are, or having players say, I'm not going to be involved in the team prayer, you know, never really ran up against that. What I tried to do was say, I don't expect everybody to have the same beliefs I do. I just have to tell you what I'm all about. If you ever want to talk, my door is open. If you have questions, you want counseling, if you want to find out about the Bible, I'm here, but I'm not going to press it on you. And fortunately, I've had a lot of people come in and talk, and I don't think I had many people feel uncomfortable around me. Over the course of my lifetime, I probably did deal with some discrimination, and my Christian beliefs really did help guide me through it. There are times when things would happen and say, I don't really understand it, but I could count on the Lord leading me and say, you know, let Him fight these battles. Let me just do what I'm supposed to do. And, you know, that's what the Bible teaches. Don't pay back evil for evil, but overcome evil with good. And that's the way I always tried to approach it and not look back. And that was a good strategy for me. I can't say that I ran up against a lot, but when it would happen, that's what I always tried to do, and it helped me. I don't really have a favorite verse. It seems like it changes all the time, but I do just go back to the Bible all the time. My mom was that way, and whenever I'd ask a question, she'd always say, well, the Bible says this, or the Bible says that. And I find myself doing the same thing because I think that's the place where you can get truth that doesn't really change. It's not different in 2000 than it was in 1975. And so that's why I really like going to the Bible for questions that I need answers to. You know, everyone thinks that I've got to have all the answers, got to have everything together before I can help someone and mentor someone, and that's just not true. Providing a little help, just the boost that someone needs at the right time, that's what it's all about. And I think back to the people that helped me when I was growing up. I just saw a guy on our book tour. We were in Dallas, Texas, and hadn't seen him for 30 years, but he was a graduate student when I was a freshman, and he and his wife just had people over, talked about goal setting and planning and going to class and doing things the right way, and just getting that just little charge when I was 18 years old was something. I was really happy to see him and tell him how much of an impact that he had had, and for him it didn't seem like anything. He was just doing what came naturally, but to me I got a lot out of that, and I think that's the case. You can really help people without really having a plan or a strategy, but just being there to help.